Facebook group members asked us if we could make a video on how to draw lips. So today I'm going to demonstrate how I go about drawing them.
So Sandra, how do you go about drawing lips?
So this is the brush pen, isn't it? What are you doing here?
Okay, so this is the kind of technique I'd use just in a sketch, if I was just drawing a simple sketch. And you can see that actually you can indicate a mouth and lips with just a few simple strokes, especially with these brush pens. I think they're great for that because obviously they've got those lovely thick and thin lines. But yeah, you can see what they are, can't you? In 3 simple strokes, so they don't have to be complicated.
I actually think these would work really well for like a cartoon type thing as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So here I'm going to show you how I would go perhaps about doing some more realistic lips using a pencil. So the first thing I tend to do is I start with the midline, so the line that sort of separates the 2 lips. And a common mistake I think people make is sort of making it a kind of arc upwards, like just a straight line or a sort of smiley line, and that's not how lips are at all. So be careful to follow the shape.
It's got that dip sort of in the middle, hasn't it?
Yeah, and you can see here I'm starting to shade. Now the top lip is very often darker than the bottom lip because the bottom lip's sort of getting the light and the top lip's kind of in shadow. But you can see here that I'm following the contour of the lip, and this is so important. If I just shaded those in with straight lines or lines going crossways, you wouldn't get that feel of the roundedness of them and the fullness of them. So that's a really important thing to remember. And you can see as well, you know, the center part of the lip, sometimes you've kind of got that little bulbous bit, especially young people. And obviously that might catch some highlights.
Okay, so you're just emphasising here the darker areas, is that right?
Yeah, I'm being careful to sort of really take notice of the different tones in the mouth. And you can see where this this pair of lips is sort of an angle. As it sort of turns around away from the light, they'll get darker. And there'll always be areas of the lips that sort of catch the light and areas that kind of get darker. And as I say, it's the tones that are so important, and also those, as I'm doing here, just following those lines. And now obviously I'm doing the same at the bottom. Now this model actually that I was sort of drawing from, she had really bright lipstick on, which, you know, means her lips are quite a lot darker than maybe they would be if they were naked lips. So as I say, generally speaking, the top lip would still be darker than the bottom, and usually you'll get a highlight on the bottom lip, which you can see I'm leaving out here.
You mean, oh, I see, in the middle piece.
Yeah.
You've also got that slight slither at the bottom, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah. Now I've got my torchon, and I'm just sort of softening the edges now of the lips because nothing really has a harsh outline, and you can see I'm just indicating some shadow on the corners of the mouth, and the cotton bud is fantastic for this. And this bit here, the corner bit, can you see how different that makes it look?
Oh, just softening it in.
Yeah, and now I'm indicating the shadow under the lip and that sort of little shadow that just goes above the lip in the centre, and that sort of shows the contour a little bit more.
It's amazing how you don't even have to apply any extra pencil for that, do you? You just pull it out of the existing bit that's there.
Exactly. And under the lip will be darker as well, obviously, because it's in shadow. And again, I'm emphasising that centre line because obviously that's very dark. Back in with the torchon again. So now I'm just lifting out some highlights that I've perhaps obliterated too much with my putty rubber. And now you can see, just to show you the contour of the lips, I'm just using a pencil to kind of indicate that they really do look round and they don't look flat. And that's the trick. And I think the main thing to remember is following those contour lines with the pencil marks, because that is what gives it that roundness. not check out our previous videos, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss your Art Kick Sunday. Meanwhile, you can check out our podcast and find the creative challenges we have coming up at www.kickinthecreatives.com. Back soon.